What's up, everybody? GeauxBurns doing my review of Mafia 3's Faster Baby, the first of 3 expansions, the next 2 coming out this summer. But Faster Baby is now available on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC via the Mafia 3 Season Pass, or $15 US. And you are welcome to let me know your thoughts, your views, your opinions regarding Mafia 3 Faster Baby below in the comments section. So I don't always review things, but every now and then I like to, whether it's a Grand Theft Auto Online DLC or a game I've played and beaten. But if you're looking for a channel that does really good reviews, I recommend Carrick over at ACG. He is the best reviewer out there when it comes to indie games, AAA games. He's awesome. Plus, I'm part of his international podcast that we do once a week. So be sure and check out his channel, ACG. All right, so of all my reviews, what we do is we go over the pros, the cons, and of course, the verdict. So that's what we're going to do. Obviously, starting things off with the pros. Well, a lot of stuff got added courtesy of this expansion, like proximity mines. They're a lot of fun. The ability to throw explosives out of vehicles. We got 2 new outfits. We got this blue jean outfit, and then of course the experience, my personal favorite, because it gives Lincoln Clay kind of a Jimi Hendrix look. And I love Jimi Hendrix. He's awesome. Then, of course, the ability to slow down time while driving. That may sound familiar to you if you're a Grand Theft Auto 5 fan, because that's the same ability that Franklin Clinton has in Grand Theft Auto 5 Story. But Lincoln Clay now has that same skill, too, in Mafia 3. We also have a new weapon that unlocks once you beat the story of Mafia 3 Faster Baby. It's an SMG with a silencer on it. You can't go wrong with that, right? And, of course, we got 2 vehicles. And one of them I really, really like, the Nightcrawler, which is this exotic car in the game. It's kind of a truck and car got together. They had a good time, and this beast came out. She's a lot of fun, by the way. All right, so some of the other pros is obviously the new location, Sinclair Parish. Now, after you beat the story, you would think that that's all you could do with Sinclair Parish. But actually, I would disagree with you, because it's a lot of fun just for sandboxing. It has this small town country vibe. This entire map was built by Hangar 13 for the express purpose of just going crazy, of off-roading your Nightcrawler or your Drifter or whichever ride you wish to use. There's a lot of destructible things you can destroy, like the Slim Beaumont billboards. Let's see, a sign for the donut shop, as well as a few other things as well. In fact, I even destroyed a wooden bridge by accident, and that was a lot of fun too. So if you're looking for a location in Mafia 3 for simply sandboxing and having a good time just going off-road, goofing off, and destroying stuff, Sinclair Parish is the place to go for all that fun, because the rest of the map you really can't do that in. The next pro is the 3 new characters that were introduced to Faster Baby. Roxy, which is not your typical female sidekick character. I mean, she has attitude, she's feisty, she's got smarts, and she can hold her own against Lincoln Clay. And she's not your typical damsel in distress either. In fact, there's a few times where she actually helps Lincoln Clay out. So she's definitely a very welcome character to Mafia 3. And MJ, love MJ. He's basically Lincoln's new BFF besides Donovan. I mean, they got a lot in common. They both served in Vietnam. They're out for justice and equality, Lincoln Clay and MJ. Plus, they both happen to partake in a certain green herb. Hey, it was the 60s, okay? And, of course, the third character, Slim Beaumont, the sheriff of Sinclair Parish. Now, in a way, he is kind of one-dimensional, but in another way, he is a superb antagonist. And I got to say this right now. Another pro to Mafia 3 Faster Baby is the characters, along with the story written by Bill Harms and his staff. They also wrote the story for Mafia 3. And once again, doing a fantastic job here with the expansion. And yeah, this guy just reeks evil and scum villainy. I mean, this guy is a corrupt, murdering racist. And even when he's acting friendly, you could just sense it on him. Even with that vile, fake smile, Slim Beaumont is a bad dude. And you know what? I only wish that we would have had more of him in the story. We'll get to that in a moment. Even if it meant, a few more flashbacks showing some other things that he was doing in Sinclair Parish prior to Lincoln Clay and Roxy showing up to deal with him. It would have been really cool if we would have had a little bit more time with Slim Beaumont, as well as MJ and Roxy. Now that's going to transition us over to the cons, because yes, I would have liked more time with Roxy, MJ, as well as Slim Beaumont, and we didn't get as much time, but bear in mind, this is a DLC story, and unfortunately in most DLC stories in video games, it usually is relatively short compared to the main story. I mean, we didn't expect it to be anywhere as long as the main story, but it could have been a little bit longer in my opinion, and that seems to be the consensus of a lot of you out there that have left comments regarding my Mafia 3 Faster Baby Let's Play, and I agree entirely. It's written well. I mean, we have a great main antagonist and great side characters, but I really felt like it could have been a little bit longer. Case in point, the main antagonist is basically dealt with, I would say, 50 to 60% through the story of Faster Baby. And then you have this other campaign, the final campaign, which is called Concerned Citizens. And it's kind of like 3 missions tie into that final arc. But I really feel like that they should have put Concerned Citizens in front of the final mission versus Slim Beaumont, just to build up the animosity, the climax between Lincoln Clay, Roxy, as well as Slim Beaumont. But at the same time, you know, it really would have been better if I think, you know, they would have kept Slim Beaumont as a threat in Faster Baby till the very end of the story, instead of, like, you know, dealing with him, you know, somewhere halfway or 60% through the expansion. Now, I'm trying not to spoil anything, so when I mean deal with him, you can take it however which way you want until you actually play it or watch my Let's Play. Then you'll find out what happens to Slim Beaumont. But anyways, the other cons include the fact that we only get 2 new outfits. Even though I really do love the experience, I really wish that they would have added a few more outfits to the game. That's something a lot of the community has been wanting. And the fact that we only got 2 new vehicles. And what's interesting is, while the Nightcrawler is absolutely awesome, the other vehicle, kind of questionable, because A, you only unlock the microbus, or the free ride, or whatever it's called, MJ's van, after you complete the side quest called Herbalism. So that's something else that they added to the game that I guess you could consider a con. The side mission where you can make additional money called Herbalism, where you grow plants and stuff. What kind of plants? I guess you'll just have to go find out for yourself. Or at least connect the dots. I'm sure you could figure that one out. But anyways, according to one of my subscribers, Sedan, it takes some time to accomplish this feat of, you know, maxing out Herbalism to the point where you unlock the free rider, aka the microbus. And one thing that's really kind of annoyed a lot of us Mafia 3 fans for some time now is that there's several cars in the game that we would love to have as part of our fleet, that we could either buy them or unlock them, doing this or that, and then take them to Big Rick's garage, customize them, put liveries on them, paint jobs, etc. That they're just, we can't get them. We can, you know, grab them off the street or steal them and drive them around, but we can't keep them. We can't customize them. And I really feel like Hangar 13 could have taken advantage of this by adding those vehicles as well, along with the Nightcrawler and the Free Rider. And the final con is, I have heard that there's been some graphical issues that people have had, some freezes, some crashes. But for the record, during my Let's Play, I didn't experience any of the serious issues that some may have had with the game. So I really can't gauge that one way or the other. But it is unfortunate when that does happen, with serious bugs, freezes, and crashes. I did notice some graphical things happen, some weird anomalies, but nothing as bad as it was whenever it first launched in October, before the series of patches came along that fixed those issues. I mean, I didn't see any flying cars, so that was good. And the game didn't freeze on me, and it didn't crash on me, so that's a win-win for me. All right, so there's my pros, there's the cons, which means it's time for my verdict regarding Mafia 3 Faster Baby. And overall, I enjoyed my experience in Sinclair Parish. I loved having the ability to just drive around, off-road, hit the ramps, destroy billboards, donut shop signs, wooden bridges, just sandboxing. Having a place to go in Mafia 3 to sandbox, I absolutely love that. The story is fantastic, well written by Bill Harms and his team, and the characters. Definitely a big, big plus to this DLC. Roxy, MJ, and of course the main antagonist, Slim Beaumont, the corrupt racist sheriff of Sinclair Parish. The problem that I have is the same thing with most story DLCs, it could have been a little bit longer, fleshed out a little bit more. The story, along with the characters I just mentioned. I just wish we'd have had more time with Roxy, MJ, and of course, even Sheriff Beaumont. So yes, I think that if it would have been maybe 20 minutes or 30 minutes longer with maybe one more additional mission, maybe it restructured to where you have to deal with Slim Beaumont till the very end of the campaign, I think it would have been a much better expansion, but it's still a great first expansion to Mafia 3. And it makes me excited for the next 2 expansions coming this summer. So overall, I think that if you got Faster Baby with the Season Pass, which also includes the forthcoming 2 expansions coming out this summer, Stones Unturned and, of course, Sign of the Times, then I think it's a pretty good deal. And $15 really isn't that much money. It just depends on how much $15 means to you. If everything I mentioned is worth $15, then you may want to consider picking up Faster Baby as an expansion to Mafia 3, especially the fact that you get the Nightcrawler, you get proximity mines, you get a new silencer SMG, plus a pretty good story, even though it's very short. And, of course, Sinclair Parish is a lot of fun, as I mentioned, just to sandbox in. However, you may want to wait till it goes on sale. So that's entirely up to you. And if I happen to still be around this summer, continuing to make content, I'm definitely looking forward to Let's Playing and reviewing the next 2 expansions coming in just a few months to Mafia 3.